Well, hello friends and family. Welcome back to my backyard. Welcome to Garden Tour Saturday, and let's share our plant success or disaster stories. Grandma Sandy is the host of Garden Tour Saturday. And Janita from Janita's BF Well Wishes Gardening is the host of Let's Share Our Plant Success or Disaster Stories. There are some wonderful participants to these collaborations and co-hosts like Patricia from Pat's Gardening Life and Lisa growing on Vancouver Island. And don't forget to check out Angel from Hanging Out in Angel's Garden. Okay, Diane, if you're watching, look what I've done here. But you can see my tulips, they are not blooming. They just keep getting taller and taller. Okay, this here is my success story. So at the end of the winter, I took this nice metal pot that I have. Yes, it's metal, and I love it because it looks like a honey pot. And I sowed a whole bunch of marigold seeds in here. These are the French fireballs. And only 2 came up, but something else was coming up, so I let it go. And I had it in the greenhouse all winter and now into the early spring. And these are flowering, and I think these are toad flax. I thought at first it was snapdragons coming up, but I think this is toad flax. Is anybody familiar with this nice little tiny flowering plant? Maybe Linaria? But it's my success story because it spent its first night out of the greenhouse, and last night it reached down to 34 degrees, and they survived. Well, the sun is coming over the neighbor's fence, and I am glad to see that it is hitting my little lettuce seedlings over here in this garden. So I'm going to be taking off the frost cover for today. The evenings, well, last night actually got down into the 30s. But for the next 7 days or 10 days, I see it's going to be in the 40s as the lowest. The lowest temperature is going to be in the 40s. So I want to take this frost cover off and see how these do. You can see the dew or the moisture on these little seedlings, and they are sunbathing. Just love that. Okay, and I think I'm going to put in the winter jug spinach now. I'm going to take this one. Yeah, they look like they can use some nutrition anyway. I think they're ready to go in the ground. I don't know, that looks so beautiful to me. Oh, look at those roots. I don't really have a plan. I normally don't have plans. 14. I think I'm gonna do a couple of rows like this. Ooh, look at this nice soil. Let's see if I can break these up. I am really trying to be gentle, but look at these roots.
I did this last year, and I don't think I had a problem. I think they just came back beautifully. Just trying to be gentle.
All right, so we ended up with about 23 little spinach seedlings here. I just have my usual fish emulsion mixed into this watering can. Asparagus is growing. And the sugar magnolia peas are really doing beautifully. I'm gonna have to take this netting off soon so they can start climbing up those trellises. Look at those overachievers compared to the Calvadon Wonders. They're doing their thing. Sometimes a good way to measure how one state is doing compared to the other is by measuring the growth of certain familiar plants, like these peonies. This is the stage that my peony plants are at, back here on the south side. And then on the north side, they're a lot shorter, but they're coming up. And here is my beautiful orange tulips. Just gorgeous. The other plant that is coming up and starting to bloom is the bleeding hearts. Some hostas, some more tulips that get a little more shade. And this is a bit of hardening off for the tomatoes. As you can see, they were potted up and they need some watering. So I'll be doing that in about 2 seconds. But these are the tomatoes, and all the peppers are still indoors. So in the herb garden here, I want to show you how the chives are doing. Every year they do so beautifully in these cement blocks. But look, you can see we have little blooms happening. We have the chive buds. And I'm expecting, oh look at this cute little curly thing. I'm expecting these to be in full bloom at the end of April, and then I'll be making some more chive blossom vinegar. The oval garden is looking beautiful. Look at these pretty pink tulips. In the back garden here, I have the Wigelia bush coming up. This is the Lucifer cosmea. Oh, lordy be. And this is the fiery temper bearded iris coming up. First year here for that one. This beautiful blooming bush is the PJM rhododendron. Here is the cherry, little fruiting cherry tree, so it looks like it's doing pretty good. This beautiful bush, I think I'm gonna get more of them. Look, just look how gorgeous this is. This is the Pyrus japonica. Gorgeous, gorgeous bush. In front of that is the Arctic Fire red twig dogwood. Got some blooms coming up here, down the stem. This tip is black. Probably gonna have to cut that off. This is a rose bush that I'm gonna have to pot up. And this is the Bobo hydrangea. Now this is what happens to my plants and bushes in the winter, or from the downpours of rain we have, it exposes the roots. So I do have some soil here that I'm going to add to this because it's making a comeback. I thought it was dead, but I'm gonna fix this one up. This is the Joe Pye weed that didn't make a comeback. And this plant here I thought was dead, but it's making a comeback, so I actually put some soil on top of that because the roots were exposed like the Bobo hydrangea. And here are two roses, Oh So Easy Italian Ices. Struggling maybe? I'm not sure. So this garden is fairly new because we had a huge tree taken down that was back here and it was completely shaded. But now that it's sun, I'm trying a whole bunch of different types of bushes and evergreens and plants and flowers to see what does good in this area. And so far, I think I know what the winners are. The PGM hydrangea is doing good, and this Pyrus japonica bush is doing beautifully. The Fire Arctic I like. And I'm waiting for this crocosmia, Lucifer crocosmia, to come up. And the Wigelia bush is doing good too. So this garden is definitely going to be transforming each season as I figure out what's going to work in this area. So that's it for today. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. And I wish everybody a happy Easter.